Hi everyone, this is Kajal Rani. Today we learn about the constructor and destructors in the C++. So first of all, we will discuss about the constructors. A constructor is a class. In a class is a special member function. Why it is called as a special member function? That we'll talk after a few minutes. So now just remember that it is a function that is special. Why it is special? Whose take is to whose task is to initialize the object of its class. So its main task is to initialize the object of the class. Now, first point is it is a special. As we have said that we will discuss it. Why it is a special member function? Because it has the same name as that of the class. Suppose the class name of the program is demo. Then the name of the construction must also be demo. Because the name of the constructor and the name of the class must be same. Right? That's why it is special. Now it invokes automatically when the object of its associated class is created. Whenever we create the object of its associated class means to which the constructor or the member belongs to, right? So whenever we will create the object of its associated class, this function, this special member function that is constructor will also be called. Suppose we have a class demo and we have created an object demo D, then the function demo will also be called, that is the constructor. It do not allow any return type like void, int. We have so many return types that are not allowed in the constructors. It must be declared in the public section. Yeah, this is the main point, that it must be declared in the public section of the class. Now we have its syntax, that class name and function and the curly braces in which the data must be written of the function. So this is the syntax of the constructor. Now we have the function associated with the constructor. This is our function in which we have has include iostream.h, that is our header file for C++. Here I have defined a class example. So the constructor must be of the same name like in public section, because the constructor must be defined or declared in the public section of the class. So here I have declared this constructor example in the public section of the class example, right? And this is the definition of our constructor. Example, name of the class, example, constructor's name or function's name, and this is the output it will going to produce, that is constructor. It will going to print constructor whenever it will be called. Here we have the main function in which we have created an object example E. The object is of the class example and the name of the object is E. So whenever we create the object of the class, the function that has the same name as that of this class will also be called. And we have here a function of the name example which is declared over here and defined over here. So this function will be called and hence the constructor will be provided as an output as soon as this object will be created, right? I hope you understand this constructor. Now we move towards the destructor. So as the name suggests, destructor, it destroys something. Yeah, it destroys, but what the thing it destroys is matters. It destroys the memory allocated. So here it is a special member function. Why it is a special member function? Because it also has the same name as that of the class, like the constructor we have. That is created when an object is destroyed. Whenever we want to destroy an object that has been created by the constructor, whenever our constructor creates an object and we want it to destroy, then the destructor will be called. So C++ destructor are used to deallocate the memory that has been allocated for the object by the constructor. So when the constructor is called, it allocates some amount of energy to the object, and whenever we want to call the destructor, it gets this memory back, right? So actually it deallocates the memory that has been allocated for the object by the constructor, right? Now come to the next point. It is also declared in the public section like the constructor we have. Now next point, it does neither allow any return type nor any argument. It cannot have any return type like int, char and so on, and it can also not have any argument, right? We cannot pass parameters to this destructor. But remember one thing, that we can pass parameters to the constructors. If we pass any parameter to the constructor, then it is called parameterized constructor, and if we do not pass any parameter to the constructor, then it is called default constructor. Okay, so this is the syntax of the destructor. Here we have this tilde sign before the class name, right? And in constructor we do not have this tilde sign. This is the difference between the syntax of the constructor and the destructor. In constructor we do not have any tilde sign or any other sign before the class name, but in destructor we have a tilde sign before the class name or before the function. So this is the function, and in this curly braces the material of the function will be written. Now we come to the program of the function of the destructor. So this is the program of the destructor. Hatch include string.h, that is our header file. We have here a class, this is example, and in the public section, as I have already told you, that the constructor and destructor must be defined or declared in the public section. So example, we have a constructor which will print constructor, and here tilde example, because of this tilde sign, this is the destructor. It will print what? Destructor. See how destructor. Now void main. In this we have created an object of the class example. Example is the name of the class, as you can see over here, and E is the name of the object that we have created. So as soon as this object is created, this function example will be called. It means that the constructor will be printed. But when the work of this object is finished, it means it's time to move out of this program and destroy this object. Then this destructor will also be called, right? And it will print destructor. So I hope you find it useful, and you got to know what the constructor and destructors actually are, and you understand the concepts of the constructor and destructor in the C++. If you have any query, you can ask me, and okay, thank you.